Hello there. Good morning. We're looking at Zechariah, 2 today, and it's got a couple visions in it, and it says the visioning of the measuring line and the future joy of Zion and many nations. And I'm going to pick out a couple things here, talk about them for a minute, and then we'll have a super blessed day. We got in verse 3 I want to talk to you about. It says, and there was the angel who talked with me going out. And another angel was coming out to meet him. And what they were doing, it's right before that, it says what they are doing. They are measuring Jerusalem to see its width and to see its length. Listen, when we get into heaven, when we get into God's holy place, and we're with him for eternity, you're not going to be bored. That is for sure. Sometimes we like to think, oh, I can fish all day long. Or me, I like to play the drums. Oh, I can play drums all day long and all these great things. No, we see here that God is actually going to have work for us to do. Okay, God has a purpose and a plan for us, not just for this life, but for eternity. Okay, his thoughts are bigger than our thoughts for our own lives. His desires and his will for our life and his predestination for our life is a lot bigger than anything we can ever imagine what it's going to be. Here, we like, oh, yeah, maybe we're called to be a doctor, a nurse, a teacher, whatever it is. But, that's just a gift that God has put in you for your time on this earth. When we get to heaven, he's got more work for us to do when we get there. We talk about the angels that stand before him in the progressive revelation, as they're looking, they're opening their eyes and they're going, holy, holy, holy. And each time it's new revelation of how holy and how righteousness he really is. So in each time they go, wow, holy, for eternity. That's their job. We're going to have something to do too. God's, we're not just going to go there and it's going to be a vacation time for eternity. Okay, we'll be in the presence of an Almighty God who has a plan and a purpose. And I want to roll down just a couple verses into verse 8. At the end of verse 8, it says, "For he who touches you touches the apple of his eye." Listen, if you need any more proof that God looks at you differently than he does the worldly people. If God looks at you want any proof that God looks at you differently than those who don't know him, here's your proof. You are the apple of his eye. I mean, think about the apple of your eye. What would you do for that person? What would you do? And here's God saying, listen, it's not just coincidence these two verses are together. God's saying, listen, I look at you in a different way. And I've got you just putting a sparkle in my eye. You put a sparkle in my eye for eternity. I want you in my presence for eternity. He wants that. And, we read how he is a jealous God, how actually his name is jealous. And he's jealous for us, not of us. God really, really wants a relationship with you that is pure, that is holy. He wants a relationship with you that you don't share with anyone or anything else. Guys, have a super day. I love you all.